So let's start with the Mesno appetizer. No salad, we're going straight to the steak. Kirk Frost, reality TV's king of oops, I did it again. But this time, there's no coming back. No Rasheeda tearfully forgiving him on the reunion couch. No, we worked through it. Interviews with fake smiles. This is scorched earth betrayal served cold with receipts. And the server. None other than Jasmine Washington, the woman who was once just called the side chick but is now being hailed by the internet as the CEO of Petty Payback. Now, if you've been living under a rock, or more likely ignoring Kirk and Rasheeda, drama thinking it was played out surprise. The Frost family scandal just hit an all-time high, and the fallout is so wild even Mona Scott might be sweating. Let's rewind real quick. Kirk's no stranger to mess. Cheating scandals, secret babies, bad business deals, man's got a rap sheet longer than a CVS receipt. But somehow Rasheeda kept forgiving, fans kept watching, and Kirk kept showing up in the background like nothing ever happened. Until now, because Jasmine said enough. And baby, she didn't just spill the tea, she poured the whole boiling pot over Kirk's career, Rasheeda's asterisk. So let's start with the Mesno appetizer. No salad, we're going straight to the steak. Kirk Frost, reality TV's king of oops, I did it again. But this time, there's no coming back. No Rasheeda tearfully forgiving him on the reunion couch. No, we worked through it, interviews with fake smiles. This is scorched earth betrayal served cold, with receipts. And the server, none other than Jasmine Washington, the woman who was once just called the side chick, but is now being hailed by the internet as the CEO of Petty Payback. Now, if you've been living under a rock, or more likely, ignoring Kirk and Rasheeda drama thinking it was played out surprise. The Frost family scandal just hit an all-time high, and the fallout is so wild, even Mona Scott might be sweating. Let's rewind real quick. Kirk's no stranger to mess. Cheating scandals, secret babies, bad business deals, man's got a rap sheet longer than a CVS receipt. But somehow Rasheeda kept forgiving, fans kept watching, and Kirk kept showing up in the background like nothing ever happened. Until now. Cause Jasmine said enough. And baby, she didn't just spill the tea, she poured the whole boiling pot over Kirk's career, Rasheeda's patience, and the love and hip-hop brand itself. It all started with a simple Instagram story. Jasmine, nails freshly done, tapping a folder icon on her laptop labeled K-Files. No caption needed. Just that one silent boomerang, and the internet lost its mind. Within minutes, gossip pages were foaming at the mouth. Fans were tagging producers, begging for answers. What's in the folder? Is this another baby? Another side chick? Did Kirk finally say something too dumb to clean up? And then came the story. Jasmine, grinning like the cat who ate every single canary in the pet store, captioned the post, "Y'all keep calling me the side chick. But I'm the main problem today. Stay tuned, and stay tuned we did. Because what came next was digital carnage. First came the leaks, few audio clips. Kirk's unmistakable voice, slightly slurred, whispering, I told you I'd handle Rasheeda. Just be patient. Don't run your mouth. You know how these blogs be? Mic drop. The internet erupted. Every gossip blog, every reaction channel, even the shade pages that usually skipped love and hip-hop content were now all over it. Twitter turned into a courtroom. TikTokers reenacted the voice note like it was Shakespeare. Comment sections transformed into war zones. And just when you thought it couldn't get worse, it did. Because someone leaked receipts, real ones, bank transfers, hush money, lavish shopping sprees. See, allegedly. Kirk had been funneling money from Frost Enterprises into a so-called consulting firm called CM Designs LLC. But plot twist? CM Designs is reportedly linked to none other than C. Mason. The boutique owner, with a smile too sweet and a passway too connected to Kirk's credit card. Turns out that boutique was less fashion-forward and more hush payment central. Jasmine didn't just hint at it, she came with screenshots, wire transfers with memos like rent assistance and creative direction. Fans were like, creative what? On whose budget? And while the receipts hit like haymakers, Kirk's camp, dead? Silent Rasheeda's team, not a peep, but Jasmine. She was having a full-on villain era. She went live sipping rose, laughing with her laptop in view. People begged her, show the folder, drop the video, and she teased them, letting them hear. Snippets just enough Kirk to confirm, not enough to recover. But the real blow was still coming. See? The internet doesn't wait. People started pulling old reunion clips, slow-mo analyzing Kirk's glances backstage, saying the producers always knew that they'd cut footage to protect Rasheeda's brand. There were even whispers that a scene with Kirk and Seam looking a little too cozy had been left on the editing room floor. And just when it felt like Kirk might survive with only a few bruises, Jasmine came swinging again. Midnight drop. And y'all, midnight in Atlanta turned into Super Bowl Sunday. People in bed with 2% battery refusing to blink in case Jasmine went live. And when she did, who? No filter, no glam. Just a scorned woman holding the internet hostage. She didn't waste time. Said y'all been patient? So here it is. No more hush money. No more pretending. Let's run it. She flipped her camera too, the laptop screen, and pressed play. What we saw? A grainy hotel hallway security cam, time-stamped, undeniable. Kirk Frost, sloppy, leaning against a wall, talking to Seam Mason like he forgot security cameras exist. His voice clear, saying things like, Rasheeda, don't know nothing. I pay the bills, I say how this goes, and then Seam giggling. That was it. Game over. Jasmine paused the clip, looked straight into the camera, and said, he pays the bills. Cute. Guess who else was at that hotel 2 doors down that night? Not his wife, not his mama. But I'll keep that name for season 12. It was pettiness in high definition, and Kirk, fully caught in 4K. While Jasmine sipped her wine, fans lost their minds. The chat scroll was moving so fast it could have crashed Instagram. People were begging her to release more, some crying for Rasheeda, others roasting Kirk like a holiday turkey. Even the Redordai Kirk defenders were quiet. That leather jacket he wore in the clip? Fans pulled up a club appearance from last year. Same jacket, same man, no way to deny it. Jasmine basked in the chaos, the blogs went wild. Side-by-side comparisons flooded timelines. Kirk in the video, Kirk leaving his restaurant the next morning. Same outfit, same shoes. No spin zone. Meanwhile, Rasheeda's silence was loud. But insiders whispered she'd already retained a divorce attorney. Her cousin tweeted and deleted, if y'all knew what she found in his old phone, do pray for my girl. Tweet alone sent the fandom into forensic mode. People were digging up old YouTube interviews, screenshots from years ago, anything to piece together the full timeline. Kirk's affairs weren't just a one-time thing. They were a pattern Easter eggs scattered across multiple seasons, like a twisted scavenger hunt. And while the receipts piled up, Jasmine was just getting started. She ended her live with one final jab. A blurry screenshot of a $1-100-and-15-1000 wire transfer labeled emergency hush payment. Emergency for who? She asked. Not me. I'm good. Enjoy your night. And with that, she logged off. But oh, the storm was just beginning. Because just as Jasmine dropped the mic, rumors were already swirling that VH1 executives were in panic mode. Advertisers were asking questions. Reunion special plans were being rewritten. Kirk Matov just handed them the most chaotic season finale in franchise history. Asterisk, asterisk, and just like that, the scandal became unstoppable. Jasmine's midnight drop wasn't just drama, was gasoline on an already blazing fire. Fans were now treating this like a televised event. Kirk Frost, who once brushed off accusations with half-hearted apologies and awkward reality TV smirks, had now been exposed in real time, and not even his longtime enabler image could hold up anymore. Rasheeda's team still hadn't released a statement, but the silence said everything. Every blog from the Shade Room to neighborhood aunties with Facebook groups was reporting Rasheeda was MIA. Allegedly moved out of their shared mansion and spotted solo at an Atlanta wellness retreat, looking visibly upset but focused. Meanwhile, Kirk, nowhere to be seen publicly. That man vanished like he hit a secret trapdoor. No club appearances, no Instagram stories of him showing off motorcycles or mimicking business advice. Just a blackout. Oh. But the internet didn't stop. If anything, it got more creative. Twitter detectives began unearthing old footage from Love and Hip Hop. Freeze-framing moments from years ago where Kirk and Jasmine exchanged odd glances. During backstage segments, glances that suddenly made way too much sense. People started constructing timelines like FBI agents connecting dots between Kirk's business trips, Seam's boutique openings, and Jasmine's mysterious glopes. One user even found a screenshot from 2021 where Jasmine posted a new Mercedes with the caption, "Thanks, Daddy," and now everyone's convinced Daddy was Kirk. It didn't take long before TikTok exploded. Dozens of mini documentaries popped up overnight. The Fall of Kirk Frost. Rasheeda deserves better. Jasmine didn't lie. Y'all just didn't listen. And the comment sections, unhinged. He turned Rasheeda into a business partner just to fund his cheating. This man made his side chick a boutique owner with his wife's money. And then came the so-called anonymous sources sliding into DMs and claiming they'd worked with Kirk behind the scenes. One alleged former Frost Bistro server wrote, "Let's just say the real menu was in the back room, and Kirk was always. They're serving something else." Another insider claimed Kirk once asked production to blur a woman's face in the background of a Love and Hip Hop episode, not because she was a random fan, but because Rasheeda didn't know she existed. These weren't just messy rumors, they were enough to make the audience believe that. Kirk's entire on-screen redemption arc had been manufactured, controlled, even scripted. Jasmine herself went live again 2 days later. This time, no music, no wine, just a solemn face and a single quote. "I didn't come to break Rasheeda. I came to stop lying for him." Wasn't dramatic, it was calculated. And that's when people started switching sides. Fans who once hated Jasmine suddenly began defending her. She didn't lie. Kirk used her and Rasheeda. Real villain is the man who played both women while hiding behind a family brand. At this point, Jasmine is doing the Lord's work. Meanwhile, brands tied to Frost Enterprises started backing away. A local Atlanta gym that partnered with the Frosts for a health initiative released a quiet statement saying they were reevaluating their relationship with public figures. A boutique owner in Atlanta's Midtown district went on Instagram, saying she had canceled a co-branded fashion event because public trust matters. Translation: Kirk's reputation wasn't just damaged, was becoming a liability. But the most explosive development came when an alleged financial document surfaced online, supposedly leaked from an insider at Frost Enterprises. The document listed multiple consulting expenses over the past 4 years, most of which were marked confidential and traced back to Jasmine and Seam's LLCs. The amounts ridiculous. One payment marked Media Crisis Prep was $18,000. Another, labeled Emotional Distress Settlement, was $42,500. Fans were asking, wait, Kirk had a slush fund just to pay off the women he couldn't keep zipped up around. Wasn't just fans reacting. Love and Hip Hop cast members began subtweeting. One posted a cryptic "C. Some of y'all built on fake foundations. That house gone fall eventually." Another said, "Been new, ain't my place to speak. But I hope Rasheeda frees herself." It was open season on Kirk. But what made this more shocking was that Rasheeda still hadn't spoken. And when Rasheeda's silence lasted another 48 hours, people assumed the worst. Some claimed she was negotiating with lawyers. Others speculated she was filming an exclusive sit-down interview with a major network. Then came the curveball no one saw coming. A verified account dropped a teaser trailer, not from Rasheeda, not from Jasmine, but from VH1, a 30-second video with the caption, "This season just got real." The clip, a slow-motion pan across a shattered family portrait, dramatic music, Jasmine walking down a hallway in heels, Kirk's voice echoing, "I did what I had to do," fade to black. Fans screamed. Scram nearly crashed. The franchise was capitalizing on the scandal like it was gold. But then again, when has VH1 not been ready to cash in on real-life chaos? Still, fans were divided. Some accused the show of exploiting Rasheeda's pain. Others claimed Rasheeda had been covering for Kirk too long and the truth needed to be aired, ratings or not. The comment sections were a battlefield. Meanwhile, Kirk was spotted. Finally, TMZ's tile footage caught him leaving an Atlanta office building with what looked like two lawyers and a very grim face. When asked if the documents were real, Kirk said nothing, but his silence screamed guilt. And if that wasn't enough, the footage caught him stepping into a black SUV, the driver, none other than Seam Mason. It was like a scene from a scandal movie. People replayed the clip on loop, speculating what kind of nerve he had to still be riding with the woman who helped burn his house of lies down. But the drama didn't stop there. That same night, Jasmine posted another cryptic update. "What's done in the dark comes out in court." That one line sent Twitter spiraling. Was there a legal case? Did Rasheeda file? Were NDAs being broken? Was this going to turn into an actual lawsuit with discovery, depositions, and subpoenas? Rumors flew that Rasheeda had filed for divorce quietly and was gathering evidence. It's a family court document with Frost versus Frost, allegedly leaked but couldn't be verified. Yet fans didn't need confirmation. They were already planning watch parties for the reunion. YouTubers went live for 5-hour breakdowns. Podcast hosts were booking guests. People were acting like this was the Super Bowl of cheating scandals, and they were all seated front row with popcorn. But the most haunting quote of all came not from Jasmine, not from Kirk, not even from Rasheeda, but from a fan comment that went viral. "You don't get to build an empire on lies and expect the walls not to talk. Kirk's walls, there, screaming now." And scream they did, because just as part 2 closes, another twist was already on the way, one that involved an ex, a pregnancy rumor, and a voicemail no one was supposed to hear. Asterisk, asterisk. And just when the internet thought it had seen the worst of it, the final blow came not through a post, not through a leaked bank statement, but through a voicemail, scratchy, raw, and dripping with betrayal. It surfaced out of nowhere. An anonymous page with no followers, no bio, and only one video uploaded. That video? A black screen playing a voicemail where a woman's voice, unmistakably Jasmine's, says, "You said if I kept quiet, you'd make sure I never had to work again. So where's the lie now?" And then, in the background, faint but chilling, was Kirk's voice replying, "Don't ever bring this up again, especially not with Rasheeda. You know how deep this could go." The internet didn't just explode, went nuclear. Reddit threads dissected every pause, every inflection. People ran the audio through filters trying to confirm authenticity, and even the skeptics couldn't deny if it wasn't Kirk, it was his ghost. Within hours, the video was everywhere. TMZ tried to run a piece, but the anonymous uploader pulled it down, leaving just enough time for every blog, commentary channel, and fan account to repost and analyze it. But this voicemail didn't just confirm Kirk's deception, it hinted at something far darker. What exactly did he mean by how deep this could go? People speculated about everything from financial fraud to threats of violence. Was Jasmine being silenced through hush money? Was Rasheeda unknowingly complicit? in something much bigger than cheating. And then came the pregnancy rumor. A new wave of chaos hit when someone unearthed a months-old Instagram post where Jasmine had commented under a picture of a baby onesie with 3 little blue hearts. Back then, no one batted an eye. Now the comments were flooded. Is it Kirk's? Again. Please tell me this ain't another Frost baby reveal. Rasheeda deserves an award just for surviving this circus. But Jasmine didn't confirm or deny. She just simply deleted the comment and went quiet. Which of course only added fuel to the fire. Meanwhile, Rasheeda reappeared, but not in a way anyone expected. She went live on Instagram, face bare, voice calm, sitting in a candlelit room. No music, no glam, just straight energy. I've been through worse, she said, but I never expected it from the man I built everything with. That single line stopped the internet. She didn't cry. She didn't scream. She didn't mention Jasmine by name. But she made one thing clear. She was done playing silent. People have been asking why I didn't speak. But sometimes silence ain't weakness. It's strategy. She ended the live saying, "Karma, don't miss nobody. Watch it work." And with that, fans dubbed it the quietest mic drop in love and hip-hop history. But Kirk? He was still ducking. His team released a limp press statement denying recent speculative claims made on social media and blamed the toxic environment of gossip culture. No apology, no accountability, it's just deflection. And that's when public backlash turned from scandal to cancellation. People started boycotting Frost Bistro, leaving brutal reviews online. Yelp had to disable comments. Customers, posted videos walking out saying, "We don't eat where liars feed." A former employee even claimed tips were stolen by management and hinted that Rasheeda had no idea how much Kirk was allegedly siphoning behind her back. Business partners quietly began cutting ties. Sponsorship deals dried up. A reality TV producer leaked a memo revealing that Kirk's role in the next season had been reduced significantly due to public relations concerns. And then boom, legal smoke. Rumors of a subpoena surfaced. Allegedly, Jasmine had filed paperwork seeking damages for coercion and emotional distress. Anonymous insiders hinted that Rasheeda might countersue for misappropriation of marital assets and fans. They were treating it like a courtroom drama. TikTok lawyers broke down hypothetical court strategies. YouTubers role-played mock trials with thumbnails, reading Kirk Frost versus Common Sense. Even podcast hosts were quoting Rasheeda's "Live Like It Was Scripture." But the ultimate dagger came from someone no one expected: Kirk's ex. That's right. A woman from Kirk's pre-Rasheeda past suddenly popped up on social media, claiming she too had been lied to, manipulated, and financially played by him. She posted old photos, faded voicemails, and even a picture of a child she claimed was his never acknowledged, never supported. The internet went into overdrive. Fans were now making Kirk's kids memes. One comment read, "At this point, Kirk got more hidden children than hidden talents." Another said, "Someone call Maury. We need a special edition just for Kirk Frost." One couldn't keep up. Even the production team started leaking anonymous tea. A background editor claimed that years of footage had been scrubbed to protect Kirk's image. Whole scenes cut. Quotes removed. Apologies rehearsed. Was no longer just a scandal, it was a reality TV conspiracy. And now, Rasheeda stood at the center of it, not as the naive wife, but as the empire's biggest victim. She had built her brand, her family, her businesses on loyalty, and it was all being used against her. But the fans weren't letting her fall alone. The internet rallied behind her like she was Beyoncé, and Kirk was the dollar store Jay-Z. Protect Rasheeda at all costs trended for hours. Her workout line sold out. Her YouTube channel got to OK new subscribers in a day. But perhaps the most poetic justice came when Jasmine, yes, the same woman blamed for everything, posted a single image. No caption. Just a woman sitting on a throne, crown tilted, fire burning around her. One image told the entire story. She knew what she had done. She knew the chaos she'd triggered, but in her mind, the truth was finally out. And as part 3 wraps, the fallout is still unraveling. Kirk's empire crumbling, Rasheeda rebuilding, Jasmine unapologetic, and the audience still hungry. Because if there's one thing this scandal has proven, it's that behind every Instagram filter, every curated family post, and every TV love story, there's a mess waiting to be exposed. And when it finally breaks through the surface, nobody's safe. So stay tuned, because this story isn't over. Not by a long shot. Asterisk, and if y'all thought that was wild, trust me, this ride is just getting started. We've barely scratched the surface of this hot mess, and you already know when one bomb drops in the world of love and hip-hop, a whole avalanche of chaos follows. So here's the question that nobody's ready to answer. Do you think Rasheeda should finally cut ties for good and walk away from this never-ending drama? Or is there more to this saga than meets the eye? And Jasmine? Is she a villain, a truth teller, or just another woman caught in Kirk's twisted empire of lies? Drop your thoughts down below, because we need to talk about this. Was Kirk always this shady, or has the fame finally pushed him all the way off the deep end? If this story had you grabbing popcorn, gasping, or yelling at your screen, then you already know what to do. Smash that like button like Kirk smashed his own reputation. Hit subscribe so you never miss another scandal, secret, or spicy expose. We're bringing you the raw, unfiltered drama every single time. And don't forget to turn those notifications on, because when the next leak drops, Ando, it will you. We want to be the first to hear it. This isn't just gossip, baby. This is the truth behind the timelines. The drama's deep, the tea is boiling, and around here, we don't hold back. So buckle up, keep those receipts ready, and we'll see you in the next explosion, asterisk.